Welcome, and oh boy, do I have something interesting that I want to talk about. It's something that I have not seen anyone else comment on yet, so I want to start bringing a little bit of attention with the space and resources that I have. Uh, but where to even begin? In general, this is kind of a crossroads between two different things, two different phenomenons within our society right now, which is on the spiritual side, the theological side, the Christian side, whatever you want to say there, would be the NAR, the New Apostolic Reformation, which is a term denoting not a singular group, but a movement that's characterized by figures such as Bill Johnson, Bethel Church, Redding, California, the most hyper of hyper charismatic, if you want to even use that term, because they are very much, they're off the spectrum, outside the faith. They are hyper mystics. They are hyper, well, something, to put it lightly. And the crossroads of that and the cryptocurrency world, specifically NFTs, if you've heard that term thrown around, specifically recently, if you're not familiar with it. And which an NFT, again, for those people that don't know, is a token or a code, to put it in a way that probably be a little bit more familiar, a code that you get that the way it's generated and the way that it's held makes it non-fungible. It makes it so there can't be a duplicate of it. It makes it so that, it's unique, it's yours. The way it's tracked is much more secure. But when people use NFT in sort of common usage, what they're referring to is what the code points to, which is almost exclusively an image of something. And then it's tracked on the cryptocurrency world, on the blockchain. Yeah, I know I just threw a lot of words at you, but if you're not familiar with what an NFT is, it's just a picture that's tracked in a different way and is bought and sold like a currency. And it'll be the difference between an NFT and cryptocurrency for someone, again, who's on the outside, is going to be negligible. They're often either pegged to a cryptocurrency or function like a currency themselves, but then they're traded in a different currency. Again, it's a complex world if you do not know what's going on. I'm just trying to get across the idea that it's a digital asset with a arbitrary value attached to it, and arbitrary in the sense of, technically our currency is arbitrary as well. So let's look at this. So this is the Kingdom Warriors NFT. And to say that it promises you the world and then some might be an understatement. And so I'm going to label it, and right off the bat, I'm going to say, this is a scam. This is a scam, and that's not necessarily by intent. So, like a snake oil salesman, a con man, rolling up into town and swindling you out of your money and running off with your money. Not necessarily that type of scam, but the scam of more of negligence, the scam of shady marketing, the scam of overpromise, underdeliver, without the possibility or any sort of real possibility of accurate delivery. And again, a lot of, we're going to promise you one thing, but then if you read into it, you realize that it's not really represented the correct way. And this reflects even in the advertising. So I first saw this as a Facebook ad, and immediately I was like, okay, this is something weird. It was a pretty straightforward ad, but I could tell immediately it was something weird, just with some of the language they were using. But it represented, it had the image of their logo and Kingdom Warriors, and then it had some like enticing language. But then some of the other ads are much more random, not connected. None of the ads are up front. At least the ones that I've seen are none of them are direct. This is what this is. This is what what we desire, and this is the value that we bring. No, they're all less than straightforward. But again, then it takes you to their website, and immediately and this is a red flag in anything. If the first thing you can see, obviously the very first thing you see is just the heading, but the first thing you see is some sort of scarcity tactic. Some sort of tactic that says, now this isn't going to be about scams necessarily, because I'm more concerned about the Christianity side, but it's all muddled. This is really weird. But again, a scarcity tactic. You have a timer. You have a time limit. And then the little join the community, it bounces. It's all to entice you to act. It's all about getting you to act, making you feel like you need to act. And again, this is billed as a Christian thing. This is billed as, in some forms of it, some places it's billed as a ministry. At least that's the intent that I get out of it. Not a for-profit company, which it is. It's a for-profit endeavor. But it's billed as sort of like a ministry, like you're helping advance the gospel with this. So especially anything that's presenting itself in any sort of way like that, and then it's using scarcity tactics. It's using tactics that make you feel that you need to act. Oh no, there's a counter. There's limited time. The button is moving. Subconsciously, my brain is going, we need to do something about this. We need to resolve this. We need to stop that counter. We need to stop that button moving. We need to act. It's trying to get you to subconsciously engage rather than consciously examine. That's concerning, again, in anything, but something that's sort of trying to make itself ministry or ministry adjacent. Ooh, that's bad. But and then again, and this is the type of language I'm talking about. Join the fight in changing the arts and entertainment industry. So you buy their product, and you are contributing to a fight to change the art and entertainment industry. What if the next Star Wars or Marvel, the next Marvel, use an IP, Star Wars, to then use it? Minor pet peeve there, but spread hope and kingdom values. See, right there, it's kind of billing itself as ministry. Kingdom values, you're spreading hope and kingdom values. Watch an amazing story of how one God idea has empowered kingdom-minded creators to reach global impact. It's very buzzwordy and very kind of like spiritual, but not like solid. It's not presenting you something that you can, stick a flag in. And immediately, how it works. Choose your NFT package. Choose your product. How much you want to buy. An NFT is a non-fungible token, a unique piece of digital art. Pet peeve. The art is not the NFT. The token points to the art. That's a very minor sounding thing, but right off the bat, it is misrepresenting the technicality of what the thing is. And then, your Kingdom Wars NFT is your key to a world-class membership of elite international warriors. Again, very like, wow, I buy this thing. I buy this piece of artwork, and you don't actually buy the artwork. We're going to get into that. I'm going to show you something. If you are not familiar with NFTs, I will show you something that will hurt your brain. But again, I'm part of a world-class membership to an elite international warriors. Wow, I said that sentence weird. Over 5,000 have already been minted, created, sold. Again, scarcity tactics. There are 8,888 unique. They're not unique in the way you'd find that as a misrepresentation to call them unique. And over 5,000 have been sold. Well, I gotta get in. This is popular, right? I gotta get in. Receive your digital assets and bonuses, upsells. Yeah, they do give you. Okay, gives a strong word. You buy more and more expensive packages, and you get more and more things. And if you're new at NFTs, we offer a free one-on-one white glove service. Ooh, luxury, to onboard you and answer your questions. Folks, if you're new to an investment, because that's how NFTs, cryptocurrency, all this stuff is built, and they build it that way as well. You never go to the person trying to sell you something to teach you about it. For people that are older, and I don't mean I'm 30, I'm 32. And, this is a concept I understand. It's familiar to me. It's a timeshare sales meeting. Timeshare sales pitch. It's most of these NFT things are the new online version of that. Pull you into the meeting with some sort of free thing, and then we're gonna give you this presentation, and then try and sell you on a timeshare that you don't need. It really is the same thing, and the joke there was always, it's always used in like sitcoms and other things, and it's used as a scam. Now, are they legitimately selling you the product, and is the product essentially sort of misrepresented, but it is technically what they say it is, yeah. But we all would identify that immediately as a scam or shady or something negative on that. This is that same thing. So if you're not familiar with NFTs, you're not familiar with all this stuff, that can be your analogy here to understand it. And again, we're going to talk about more than just the scam aspect. We're going to talk more about the NFT aspect, but just we have to set the groundwork. What is this? Your NFT doubles as a key to access our epic Web3. Web3 is a not a literal thing; it's a concept. Whereas Web 1 and 2 were the current states of the internet. Web 3 is the new thing coming with the cryptocurrency world, including feature films, music production, and immersive events. Wow, you're getting a lot when you're not just getting this picture, you're getting so much more, right? Received access to our global community of supportive members who care about seeing your dreams survive. Oh, wow. Join our weekly events, participation with some of the best speakers and trainers in the faith and Web3 industry. This is what, going through all of this, I don't think they're saying faith and Web3 is in like two separate things. I think they're saying the marriage of the two, faith and Web3, one thing. And again, there's your bouncing button again. Ooh, if you mouse over it, the text moves a little bit. Engagement. And yeah. Learn how we landed John Rhys Davies to narrate our God film. What is a God film? Legends of Elendria. Which there's no like link here. I guess it's if you buy, you'll learn how they got him, and they got him by paying him. But then he shows up nowhere else. They advertise this film a couple places, and then there's no like pictures of him. And this is an old picture of when he played Gimli in Lord of the Rings. He does not look like this anymore. It's just a little bit strange. It's kind of like one of those, it's trying to put a celebrity onto it. I'm not convinced that they actually have him on the project. It's a very common. It's a common thing in general in less than reputable things, but it's become very common as there's been a rush to the crypto world and specifically NFT world, and there's been a lot of scams in that space. For anyone that's been paying attention, you might have heard of FTX. Yeah, that's the cryptocurrency world. Again, there's not exactly one-to-one with what we're talking about, but they'll put some, hey, this person is involved or this organization's involved, and there's no contract, there's no actual involvement. There was something, and they're over representing it, misrepresenting it, or just prematurely talking about it, and it's not actually a thing at all. Anyway, plus you'll receive the following courses: weekly prophetic warrior training worth $1,000. Whoa! The divine blueprint, $297, another $1,000. My goodness, this stuff is ridiculously expensive. Warrior Wednesdays. So their Wednesday live stream is worth $1,000. Is that $1,000 per episode or $1,000 for just having what? Again, they're just putting arbitrary values to things because they're giving this away for free, so they can just put a value and say it's worth this. Is that what someone actually pays for it? Is that a real value, or is that just a number put to it? And just recognize some of these faces on here. So this is the creator right here, Eric Skeldon, and then this guy is very recognizable face. I'm saying that to remember him. And by recognizable face, I think it's more the facial hair. Timothy Morgan, warrior of marketing, and then teach you how to make AI art. That's relevant. And other AI things. So they're hitting like every buzzword. Buzzy, trendy, Christian stuff, self-help stuff, cryptocurrency stuff, AI stuff. They're hitting all of it. Unleash your inner kingdom warrior. Learn the secret to write and publish your next #1 Amazon best-selling book. How's that unleashing my kingdom warrior? Is this about me? Is this about financial success? Is this about God? What is this about? It's just a mess. And one thing is, whoever designed this website, I don't know who it is, but it slips between competent and just really poor English. Heaven is full of solutions. They walk on gold and gemstones are everywhere. Okay, heaven is the noun. Then it switches to they walk. So they is referring to heaven. Heaven is a series of beings. Again, it's bad, very bad English. Someone did not proof this. That's another red flag. It's at least something you should pay attention to. There's always going to be grammatical mistakes, but is it pervasive? So when the innovation and solutions in tech media, so where I messed up. So where is the innovation and solutions in tech, media, business, and education? I messed up because I'm reading poor English and my mind is trying to, on the fly, fix some of it. So where is, it should be where are the innovations and solutions, or where is the innovation and solution? But again, it's not well constructed. And again, you see that more than one place. I kind of more passively point it out as we go along. The ones conquering the mountains have great talent and bring decent products in many ways. But none of these extremely influential companies and industries truly reflect kingdom values. There are over 2.5 billion Christians in the world, the most of any faith. So why aren't we the titans of industry? Sadly. Well, partially because the people on the very top right now are absolute scumbags who've done a lot of dirty things to make it where they made it. That's part of the reason. Another part of the reason, if you're using the 2.5 billion, the majority of those are in third world countries. But again, it's using language to pull you into something. But now is the time to rise up and take back territory for the kingdom. Wait, but we're talking about industry. So that's part of God's kingdom is the fallen world's economy? And we got to take that back? And that's winning territory for the kingdom? What is the kingdom? Like, what kingdom are we talking about? I was assuming the kingdom of God. But they're using it in a loose way, to say the least. We are leading the charge to take back take back industry and economy. We're leading the charge using NFT tech as the weapon to usher in a new era of kingdom media and entertainment. So what are they doing? It's all over the place. It's finance and economy, it's industry, it's media and entertainment. We're already creating a huge impact with our first project. Important thing there. First project. They've already promised much more. Oh, you gain all these things, movies, wow. First project. This is all they have right now, is the Kingdom Warriors NFTs. There's nothing else. I mean, there's some little side things, but there's out of the big things. This is it. Pay attention to that. It is the story of a journey. Ooh. From orphan to sonship, from pauper to king. It's my story and the story of everyone's God journey. Kingdom Warriors is how so? How is it any of this? What is it? Well, it's images you buy for money and then you trade them as an investment. How does that take back arts, entertainment? How does that take back industry? How does that make us the dominant economic force? How does that tell people's God journey? But it's told in a way that's not preachy and able to reach mainstream culture. So it's not evangelistic, and it's compromising. There's no other way to take the statement, but it's told in a way that's not preachy. Well, I don't know how else to get the message of the gospel out other than to preach. The Bible makes that very clear. How will they hear without someone to preach to them? and is able to reach mainstream culture. The only way to reach mainstream culture outside of preaching the gospel and allowing God to do the work is to compromise. It's the seeker-sensitive movement. It's the He Gets Us campaign. It's all these things that try and reinvent Christianity, that try and water it down, that try to appeal to mainstream culture rather than preach to mainstream culture. And again, this is kind of a hallmark of the NAR, the New Apostolic Reformation, as we said in the beginning. It's already reaching people all over the world who wouldn't have consumed Christian media otherwise. Wow. What media are we talking about? Oh, we're talking about NFTs. We're talking about just pictures. Okay. That aren't explicitly, they don't preach anything and are designed to appeal to mainstream culture. Okay. We're going to continue to create this and other world-class stories, but there's no story that impact identity and create impact. Oh, I'm sorry, impart identity and create impact. Now you have the opportunity to be a part of this. Whoa, you can be a part. By owning Kingdom Warriors NFTs, you're owning a share, and I'm not going to read all of this. I'm just reading, I've already read most of it. Share in the Kingdom Warriors brand and all future products. What do they mean by share? Well, they're never going to really explain any of this, and I think by share, they mean in the not the financial way of you own a stake of a company, but well, and this is a common thing in these questionable NFT projects. Well, yeah, you are investing in the project because when the project does better, your NFT goes up in value. Okay, that's not the same as owning a percentage of the business because they make money. This is a business. It makes money when they sell their product, and when you own their product, if it rises in value, you could potentially make a profit, but you don't make money based on their profits. You do not own a part of the business. Join us in the fight to advance the kingdom of God in a whole new way by buying our product. And here you can see a little bit of the imagery. Those are what you buy. Well, you buy a token that points to those. And there's a very clear picture of one. That's what you get. You pay them a significant amount of money, and you get a token that points to ownership of a JPEG image, a piece of supposedly custom artwork. See the film we are producing with almost 1,000 backers of this epic franchise. Okay, they don't know what some of these things they're saying are. Franchise. It's not really a franchise until you produce more than one. From the team who produced Under the Stadium Lights with Lawrence Fishburne and Milo Gibson producing epic film series. Again, see, there's just lack of good English. Epic film series, first NFT lore to film, Legend of Elendria. And again, they're trying to put stars on it, but if you read it, the stars aren't actually involved. It's the team who produced, but what part of the production process is that team? And again, they push that they have Gimli from Lord of the Rings. Whoa. And he's going to just joined to capital N, narrate all 4 episodes of our film series. So is it episodes? Is it a show, episodes, or is it a film series? Or are they saying there's going to be 4 films? Oh, and apparently he wants to act in the future films. Only God could have made my childhood This is so selfish. My goodness, this is a ridiculously selfish sentence. Only God could have made my childhood dreams come true, and we pursue our passion God idea. And again, horrible language here. But you should never brag that you're getting to live your childhood dream when people give you money and then claim it's it's some sort of ministry endeavor. We have shot 4 weeks of live action, 4 episodes shot with amazing cast and crew. Lore has it we have a legendary actor from the original Lord of the Rings who will narrate this series. Storytelling can change the world with hope. You can be a part of this today. I'm not even going to comment on the language there. They're just so bad. And I'm not saying that to be rude, to bash things, but they claim that they're worth billions of dollars, essentially. They're going to be number one. We're going to be the best. Did I miss it? Where they say that they're going to. We're pursuing excellence and not only changing lives through media and technology, but we won't stop until we're one of the top NFT projects on the market. We holding on to the promise of being the head and not the tail. And they paint this that God has sent them out to do this, and we'll look at the results. Here's another thing. So after they say, "Whoa, we got a movie in production," and then no pictures of a movie in production. They have 2 guys out in the woods with some people in the background and a light, maybe a film set, and then guys in a house with a backdrop and holding up a not great quality poster, and then a few people in a house with a whiteboard. If you got a movie in production that's apparently deep enough into production, we shot 4 weeks of live action, 4 episodes. So I guess they're 4 weeks into filming whenever this was initially put up. So why are you putting it? If you're going to put up images, it needs to be the proof. Kingdom Video Game. We just partnered with leading game design studio. Ooh, game design studio. Leading. Note that, leading. We are developing a video game teaching kingdom principles where players... Okay, what does that mean? Again, this is one of the things throughout this whole thing. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Please tell me. We're playing... And this is just a piece of advice on anything that trying to sell you something on the internet or anyone in general. Ask them, what does that mean? Ask for clarity. Where players will daily earn cryptocurrency while destroying darkness. We just partnered with leading game developer Gravity Jack. Okay, so we're going to take our first detour to verify something. But let's quickly make a comment. So what they're talking about is play to earn. So it's a cryptocurrency video game. Somehow it makes money, whatever that means of earning money is. And to incentivize you to play, you will over time earn tiny bits of cryptocurrency, some kind of cryptocurrency. Reasonably, it would probably be their own proprietary cryptocurrency, which is very concerning because so far they have not produced value in their first project. But it has to earn money somehow. Now, play to earn games do this in a lot of different ways, which is either selling ads, selling you items in the game, or sometimes it's that they're using the game to mine cryptocurrency. But let's verify something. And where's the right one? Gravity Jack. Gravity Jack. So they're a virtual reality, augmented reality company of some kind that designs products and look at game development. And so the claim is leading. So they're A-list. There's something large. There's something significant in the gaming world. Well, what have they done? They made a VR game of some kind for Oscar Mayer. They made a VR port. They didn't make the game. They just made a port of it, of World of Tanks, for VR headsets. They made a virus game, an Oreo game, a fire safety game, I guess, and several other little small licensed games. They're not leading in any way. They're somebody that you know a company goes to and pays for a cheap marketing game. So they're not in any way leading. That is misleading for them to say. And again, they're trying to build value, though. They're trying to say, oh, well, and again, they're just on the game, just like the movie, just like everything else. They're not providing any real evidence of anything. Not providing evidence. They're not giving true descriptions. But Kingdom Warriors is making breakthrough. Kingdom Warriors is making breakthrough in the music NFT space. You can buy music. Now, I didn't do a bunch of research to verify this one, but they don't, there's no links to anything. Do you have to, you buy these NFTs? Do you get some of this music? Do you have to go buy this music? It's just strange. They do have a promo video for it, but download our white paper, which is their mission statement. An eternal realities company. So, but and this is the Christian thing, but have we really seen much Christian at all throughout this? No, I mean, it really is abusive towards religion. It's abusive towards you, trying to get you as a Christian to buy into something, to sell you a product to make money. And then we get to the sales pitch at the bottom, or the actual moment of, buy. Choose your NFT package, choose from one of 4 packages, and get your own unique warriors, your key to the Kingdom Warriors Megaverse. Ooh. We're not in the universe. We're not in the metaverse. We're in the Megaverse now. If you're new to NFTs, again, they'll give you a one-on-one. Well, of course they will. Why will they? Because the products start at $222. Oh, money back guarantee. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. There's no, that's just an image. There's no description of that anywhere. And in fact, and we'll read, but that very much seems to be a 100% lie. You can get, another, act now. You can get a limited time offer, 2 for 1 spouse bonus. Because just like any of these sort of scammy marketing things, like a pyramid scheme, you got to get other people involved. For it to grow, for it to have value, you got to get people involved. What's one of the biggest problems with things like that is you get people involved so you can exit at a higher value. And then eventually someone will be left with holding the bag and losing out. Apparently Generation 1 sold out. Generation 2 is sold out. Oh my goodness. There's only 1,500 left. Again, I got to act now. But you can get, they advertise things, but then when you read it, you realize it's not there yet. They are launching their own. They're going to be launching their own cryptocurrency. So you're going to be getting that. You're not going to be getting a cryptocurrency that has a much stabler value. You're going to be getting their proprietary cryptocurrency, which is pegged to their success and their success alone. You get, multiple pay to earn earnings, future play to earn game. Future, again, doesn't exist. Spring of 2023, you get a in real life annual pass. No idea what that is. That doesn't describe anything. You get a ebook when it comes out. You get all sorts of other bonuses. You get all these bonuses. You get all these things as you go. You get the $777 package. There's where you get the music NFTs. Early access to other Kingdom Warriors stuff. You get a VIP pass to what? You get the movie when it won't be made. And then again, you go up, you get more things, or you can go all the way up to the $7,777 package. And again, they like to use sevens, 777 package, 7777 package. It's predatory. It's predatory trying to prey on Christians. You can. This is where I'm talking about kind of the NAR type stuff. You can get prophetic art. They're saying the word prophetic. I don't think they know what prophetic means. One digital identity portrait plus 2 roar lion pendants. Wow. And you can get more prophetic art. A prophetic painting. It's just ridiculous. And then it just goes to more things that you get that don't really actually have value. I didn't notice that one. As we're going through this, Brian Simmons, the author of the Passion Translation, the hyper heretical Passion Translation. There he is, right there. More of the bonus stuff you get for a limited time only. People don't give into these kind of scams. But he's another face to remember. And if you don't know the Passion Translation, it's a very, very heretical Bible manipulation that was translated by one guy, specifically to promote NAR style teachings. It has no basis. There's tons of great examinations of it to just show how just completely made up it is. It's not based in reality. Yep. We give 10% of NFT sales to charities around the world. So, you're fighting poverty and trafficking. Wow. Again, trying to get you to buy in, trying to get you to show, wow, this is, Christian charity. Kingdom Warriors lead artist sold over $1 million of art and animations to Sony PlayStation. That's a bad sentence. And I don't know what Sony PlayStation is. I know what the Sony PlayStation is, and I know what the company Sony is. What exactly do you mean when you said it? You sold it to Sony PlayStation. But then the artist, apparently, artist and developer of Kingdom Warriors NFT, worked for Sony, Disney, and Marvel. There's so many questions, but I'm not going to go there. Now we're going to take our second detour. Gen 1 customers are already 2x and 3xing their profits. Wow. Our official collection is on OpenSea. Our NFT asset holders have sold over 16 Ethereum, over 30,000 US dollars to date. No, they have not sold. They've traded. these NFTs for Ethereum. 16. There's been 16 Ethereum worth of transactions. So earlier, they said that they were going to be, they want to be one of the top NFTs. And now they're saying, oh, wow, people are already earning 2 to 3 times what they initially bought in for. Are they really? But let's look at, here's OpenSea. Here's what they advertise. Hey, this is where you can find us, find our NFTs. And here's their sales over time. You look on their best day, they sold, they only sold 4 that day. They sold 13 that day. They sold 5. The graph is really weird. If you don't understand how this graph is laid out, it's really weird. It took me a bit to understand because it's putting 2 pieces of information overlapping. But they're not selling high volumes and they're not selling for high prices. Overall, the price has gone steadily down. And again, they're not selling very often. You can see here between July and August, no sales at all. August, September, no sales at all. Another big gap in October. They're rarely selling. What are they doing when they are selling? Well, this one sold for $472. That sounds great, right? Oh, and then $128. Well, that's not very good when you're buying in for $222 a piece or getting better value for higher ones. There ain't no 2 or 3x there. 11 to 38, that's concerning. 200, 146, 105, 105, 185, 63. These are not selling for great numbers, but it gets worse. So we have low volume. We have low values, definitely no 2, 3x's. People are not making money off of this. In fact, some of these low values suggest that at least some people are trying to dump their product. What gets worse about that is who is buying. Right here, this one that originally sold for $11.38 and then was sold a couple days later for $128. Who bought it for the inflated price only a couple days later? Well, Kingdom Warrior Eric, founder of Kingdom War NFT. The founder bought the bottomed out one. That's hyper concerning. And then what's this? More purchases, all with the Kingdom Warriors Deployer. This is the official account of the Kingdom Warriors NFT collections. Wait. The company's buying their own product back from people? And you look down here, all the time, the company is purchasing. So people are getting out over time, not in. And you can see there's very little activity. Now, let's see. The total volume, all sales across it, not the initial sales, but just all the transactions, is 18 Ethereum, 18 ETH. And they're selling for prices as low as 0.0073. Now let's look at one of the absolute top. This is where they claim they should be. These hideous things, the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is just one of the creepiest. My goodness, it's creepy. They're worth 700,000 Ethereum. I don't know the current US dollar price that is, but that's millions of dollars versus the 18 Ethereum. They're selling, their lowest price right now is 67 Ethereum. That's a lot of money. Just how much money am I talking about? Well, let's see. 67 Ethereum just yesterday, $110,000. These are all selling for over $100,000. and they're relatively, we're getting sales volumes of over 30 a day going up and down. And this is in a deflated market for NFTs, a collapsing market, but these are still all selling for over 100,000. Can we find a single one? No, we can't find a single one that's selling for under $100,000. So they're a nothing in the market, absolutely nothing. Yet they claim that they're one of the top, or deserve to be one of the top, that God, essentially, this is God's thing and he put, and they're going to be, but they're not, and they're never going to make it up there. The Bored Ape has 6,000 owners and almost 10,000 NFTs. They have, Kingdom Warriors has 7,000 and they only have 615 owners. Not many people have actually bought into this. And again, that includes the founder, that includes the company, that includes all sorts of things. That's bad. Now, what did I mention about NFTs and thing? If you didn't know about NFTs, so if you heard, oh, it's not fungible, no one else can buy it, it's that's really, really cool, right? It's yours. This picture right here, the one I clicked on, you own that. No one else can have that image. It's yours, despite the fact that I'm looking at it. This is why it's really problematic to say that the image itself is the NFT, the non-fungible token, the token that is unique, the token that no one else possesses, can possess, unless you sold it to them. Right-click, save image as. It's just a JPEG on the internet. I can download that and then I have a copy. Yeah. It's a very fake market. And one thing I'm going to point out is it's AI artwork. Or at least it's procedurally generated artwork. Someone didn't handcraft every single one of these images. They have certain parameters. So it's a female body. We see that right here. Face 147, background, apprentice, gender, female, generation, well, that one doesn't matter, but hair color, weapon, all these things are set, and multiple images can have them. And all someone had to do was create the individual components, put it into an AI, and the AI spit out unique images. Unique in the sense that there's no two that are completely identical, or shouldn't be, but the elements aren't unique. And you can see this immediately. You scroll down and you see some more, and if you can see, this man and this man have the exact, gosh, these things are hideous, but they have the exact same nose. Exact same nose. The AI just decided to put this unique combination of traits together. And then you're supposed to believe that it has value. So, ridiculous. So this is just the checkout page. And again, we're talking almost exclusively about the money, but the money is relevant to the theology. Now, one thing I want to point out is I never, and this is good advice in general, but I never trust websites that have super low resolution. You might not be able to see this just because you're watching this. I recorded this, then I rendered the video, and then I upload the video to YouTube. There's going to be multiple degrees of loss, but the image quality here is very low on this. Satisfaction guaranteed. Your orders are safe and secure. It's very low quality. And yes, the web page itself is actually seems to be secure properly, but it's very low quality. Why are they using low quality images for this? It just is concerning. You want professionalism. I've seen better, just 100%, like, the traditional, I'm going to just steal your money, run off type scams have higher quality assets than this. It's just concerning. It's a red flag when they're saying that they should be worth tens, hundreds, billions of dollars, yet they do this. Then they have on their website, you go down to the bottom, again, I'm all in. You don't want to miss out on this. Then they have links, terms and conditions, disclaimer. The disclaimer, our disclaimer was generated with the help of free disclaimer generator. Oh, that's not screaming of professionalism. And then the terms and conditions were generated by free terms and conditions generator. Oh, I forget the actual. There we go. Terms and conditions template generator. Which screams to me that so again, this thing that's supposed to be making a movie and a game worth millions and millions of dollars and all this stuff. And it's a movement of God, and this is what God is doing. God gave us this, and screams that they haven't actually had a lawyer look at any of this, which is very concerning. Or at least they didn't have a lawyer draft up real terms, and their terms and conditions and disclaimers seem to be not completely legit either. Also, remember, money back guarantee, all that kind of stuff, and wow, people are making 2 to 3 times the money, even though we proved that's not true. All information on this website, kingdomwarriorsnft.com. Let me just double check that. Okay, that is the... Wait a second. They put the wrong website. Because this is Kingdom Warrior. I just noticed this is kingdomwarriors.io, whereas this is kingdomwarriorsnft.com. Let us see. While that's loading, let's continue on. Is published in good faith and for general information purposes only. They're talking about they want you to buy a product. This is an investment. What is it for general information purposes only? It's in good faith. Kingdom Warriors NFT does not make any warranties about the completeness, reliability, and accuracy of this information. Any action you take upon the information you find on this website is strictly at your own risk. Kingdom Warriors NFT will not be liable for any losses and or damages in connection with the use of our website. And then saying by using the website, you consent to these terms. And then the terms emphasize similar things, how they're not responsible. So money back guarantee doesn't seem to be legit. Okay, kingdomwarriorsnft.com is also a website. It's a different one. Oh no. Oh no. Am I going to need to make a part 2 now? Because they have another website. And it's not the same. It wasn't a redirect. Oh no. Well, oh my goodness, you pay them enough money, you get a seat on the board of the directors. That is not how I want my company run. That is concerning. Wait, now they're saying they're in phase 2. What is going on? Very concerning. So that's Kingdom Warriors. Now, why do I have a few more tabs open? Well, now we're going to look at Form 12. And this is where it starts to get more into the Christianity space. Form 12. So what is Form 12? Well, here they're advertising their Christians in Web3 Summit. Again, Web3 is talking about the cryptocurrency world, NFT world. and you can learn from top leaders in Web3, AR, VR, metaverses, ministry, tech, and business to further the kingdom. I find it strange how they keep saying the kingdom and never the kingdom of God. Are they afraid to talk about God himself? And then they try and convince you that Web3, NFTs, these kind of things are valuable to Christians because apparently we can't use technology without Web3. Ooh, and they want to see 1 billion souls come to Christ, presumably. Form 12 mission is to build the kingdom of God. Hey, there they said it. By positioning the church on the cutting edge of technology and equipping and empower Christian projects around the world. We partner with Christians and organizations around the world to bring 1 billion plus people to Jesus by pioneering a new ways. I think that was just a legitimate mistake. Kingdom Warriors, I don't think the grammar was mistakes. Here, that was a mistake. To be better connect with people and share the gospel. So they're saying that they want you to use technology to be able to preach the gospel, but you apparently need Web3 and you need to buy their products, you need to buy their cryptocurrency, because just like Kingdom Warriors has cryptocurrency, this group has a cryptocurrency as well. So they're trying to sell you on this, what did they call it? Summit. I wanted to call it a forum because it's Forum 12. Then they advertise their speakers. And, there's a UFC fighter. Interesting. Random. Every time I look back on this, I see new things. That's a strange one. Okay. I was going down to here where we see Eric Skeldon, Kingdom Warriors. But there's a bunch of just business people, and there's a bunch of just scammy NFT guys, and there's a bunch of just way off the rails NAR type guys. And then there's apparently Gabriel Wrench of Cross Politic. I would have thought Doug Wilson's crew would be very not connected with this, but that's strange. I wonder if he's kind of got in the same way that they got Gimli in, not fully understanding what this was. But, the deep problem, Christians are being left behind in technology and other space. How? What exactly do you mean? Well, the rest of the world is continuing to capture the attention and future of people by sharing an anti-Christian message with technology and the internet. Ooh. Message that is purposeless and meaningless. Technology, especially Web3, can be used as one of the greatest tools of the global church to share the gospel and impact 1+ billion souls. How? I don't need to go to your summit for you to give me the basics of how Web3 unlocks that Web, to use their term, Web 1 and Web 2 doesn't. Why do I need to connect my ministry to cryptocurrency? Why do I need to buy Kingdom Warriors NFT? Like I said, we're from Kingdom Warriors. Remember some of those faces? We already saw the founder. And there's a couple more. Here, I'll just jump over the speakers tab. There we go. There's Eric Skeldon. There's, remember this guy, more unique facial hair, Timothy Morgan. And then you see a few more. Gabe Brunch again. So apparently he's there. And there's a few other faces that if you go back through, I think Sebastian Harris was on Kingdom Warriors as well. But you can go through the Kingdom Warriors website if you really want to and play the game of who's on this. Why can I not remember the person's name now? There's another person that I saw that was on here, and it's important to prove my point. And I cannot. Oh my goodness, so many people. Oh. I thought he was on. I know he was on here. Strange. He'll pop up somewhere. We'll see him. But, so down here, yep. There's one proof that Passion Translation is involved because they're one of the sponsors. Kingdom Wars, one of the sponsors. X Bible, how can it be a sponsor? How can Carbon 12 be a sponsor of the event when it's put on by the company that owns those things? Yeah, Form 12 created this thing, Carbon 12, and this thing, X Bible, which X Bible is a Bible app built on the blockchain, and you earn cryptocurrency. You earn money by using a Bible. What cryptocurrency do you earn? You earn Carbon 12. Oh my goodness. Let's just, and again, like I said, this is where it starts to get more into the Christianity side, because this is really about, like, we're promoting a ministry. Form 12 really builds itself as a ministry. We're building a cryptocurrency that helps minister to people. I almost said spread the gospel, but they don't. It's about alleviating. It's very, it's kind of woke in the sense that it's about the physical, not about the spiritual. We're going to do good. Well, shouldn't we be preaching the gospel? Shouldn't our good actions be accompany the preaching of the gospel, following behind as we are declaring the gospel to those who we are going to assist? Yeah, but that would be too biblical. And again, I'm not saying they're woke in the sense that the actual woke people are. I'm just saying in the sense that they're focusing on the wrong thing. But it follows the pattern. And again, all this stuff is just following the world. It's not innovating. It's not taking the church to the next level, getting ahead. It's following the world. This is what the world is doing. The world is doing cryptocurrency. The world's doing NFT scams. The world is doing, what's the term for entrepreneurship, where you're helping people, you're doing charity. There's a more buzzy word term now. Anyway, so you can go in, you can learn how, what is Web3 and what Web3 isn't, why it can be used for the kingdom. Ooh. But you can learn things. This is again where I went to the NAR connection. You can learn how to unlock a great movement of God through tech innovation. You know how to unlock a great movement of God? By submitting to him and getting aligned with his will. You doing something with tech is not going to make God move. The power of AR, VR, augmented reality, virtual reality, in online and in-person communities, and in Web3 plus real-world example in hologram. It's their social media cryptocurrency world thing. Very buzzwordy. I read that one specifically for the buzzwordiness. Oh my goodness. Accessing heaven's knowledge for the tech space. Really? 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 Avoid the famine. Using the metaverse and Web3 to train rising kingdom. It's very strange. Are Web3 financial products supported by biblical principles? Dreaming, creating vision with God to apply to yourself and your vocation. it's really hard to communicate just some of the very, when you put things together, it's not that each individual thing is so horrifying on its own, although there is a lot that's pretty horrifying, but when you start to put things together, you get this like, what is going on? Like, this is not Christianity. This is not, it's so off. NFT and Web3 projects for impact, film, entertainment, and play to earn game. This is all, it's a business summit. It's a business summit trying to teach you how you can earn money and how, it's about them advancing their personal financial interests. You can't get around that. Connecting the next generation with the first Christian metaverse. Again, it's transhumanism. We want to get people out of the real world. We want to get them into the, transcend the physical with technology. Taking back ground in Christianity and supernatural wealth transfer through crypto. Supernatural wealth transfer with crypto, through crypto. So by mastering crypto, we can supernaturally transfer wealth. Or is the wealth supernatural? What is going on? Oh, there we go. There's what I was specifically looking for. Why the Metachurch will exceed the megachurch. The megachurch needs to die, not evolve into transcending the physical building into the tech space. Why the Metachurch will exceed the megachurch, and presentation from Oral Roberts University, ORU, on metaverse and Web3 initiatives. I'm going to leave it there. It goes on, and I covered the worst of the worst, but there's other confusing ones in there. So what is Form 12? We already talked a little bit, and it's a for-profit enterprise, a lot like Kingdom Warriors, this crypto thing that's trying to sell you products like the summit, which is not cheap to go to, Gridiron, which we don't know what that is yet because it's not out, their X Bible app, where you can make them money but convince you that you're earning money. Hologram, which is their social media platform. It's all advertising for themselves. They make money off of it. And, to really get into these things, you're going to be investing into their Carbon 12 cryptocurrency. But again, they want to see 1 billion souls saved. Great sounding, but how are you going to do that when you're selling a cryptocurrency and you're trying to make money off of the ministry? Form 12 is a family of dedicated Christ followers. Over the last few years, Jesus has performed miracles in each founding member of the company, inciting radical change in our hearts that led us to his mission for our lives and work. The Holy Spirit baptized us with the vision of Form 12, a multi-generational plan to build God's worldwide church through revolutionary technology and innovation. We have partnered with Gravity Jack. Hey, there's Gravity Jack again, an augmented reality and computer vision company to implement the development of the vision for Form 12. So it's very disturbing because it's, again, I don't want to hammer this point because it's a more complicated thing, but it's trying to replace the church, the physical church of Jesus Christ, with a mysticism that's vague and not evangelistic, and transcend the physical into the digital space, transhumanism. So let's end with one little thing. How is Form 12 doing? Are they kind of a scam as well? Well, their cryptocurrency, Carbon 12, is currently worth 6.7 cents. Again, it's much like Kingdom Warriors. It's not just a small thing. It's an absolute nothing in the cryptocurrency world. It's also just not highly traded. They're trying to get you to buy in to create it, to prop it up in all reality, which is very concerning, because if they get a ton of people to buy into it, the value spikes up because there's so many new people shooting in. Are they just going to dump? Are they going to sell it all right then? Part of that say it's unproven. Part of that say it's not. There's no accountability. It's what they call decentralized. So you don't get to, you don't get that window into things. You don't get to see who's in leadership. You don't get to see what's going on in the same way you would with a normal company. Which I say, does Web3 stuff, is it biblical? Well, in that sense, no. A biblical man puts his face out there. A biblical man says, here I am. I will shake your hand and you can trust my word. I will own it. I will do it. They're hiding behind all this stuff, and they're trying to get you to have your church ascend into the digital space and pay them money the whole way along. This is absolutely disturbing, but this is part of, I really hope, Lord, I pray that this has been helpful to people, and I pray that, some of you have actually watched this far and are realizing there's a lot of really weird and kind of disturbing things that are going on in the world and society, and we really need to, you got the woke coming in from one side, you've got the NAR and other mystic types on another side, and Orthodox Christians are in the middle. Sadly, a lot of us are fighting amongst each other, which is frustrating. I'm not saying, I'm part of Enemies Within the Church. I'm part of the Wokepedia Project. We're calling out people who are in error. They're the woke. They're outside. They're either outside the faith or they are in need of discipline and correction. But I'm talking about people that are perfectly fine Orthodox Christians are unfortunately fighting each other over not invented things. Some of this stuff is important. I mean, the easiest one to go to is Calvinism or Arminianism. And it frustrates me because on the left and the right, Christians are being eaten up by all this nonsense. Society's being eaten up by all this nonsense. And we're debating not on soteriology itself, because if you're actually Arminian or you're actually Calvinist, because there are forms, quote forms of those two that are outside, but they're not actually forms of them. But if you're actually a true Arminian, actually a true Calvinist, actually a true, pick one of these other ones that are completely orthodox, you're not just agreeing on soteriology, you're just agreeing on the exact outworking of it, the exact process of it. And when it's fine to have a denomination. Those things are fine. It's fine to go to a church that aligns with your reading of the Bible. I'm not saying your subjective reading of the Bible. I mean your studied reading of the Bible, where you come to all the orthodox conclusions, but you have disagreements on the exact outworkings of them. That's fine. But if you use all your bullets on fellow Bible-believing Christians, then you got no ammo left to fight these things that are crushing us. And I hope this was a shockingly weird one. And again, there's two overlapping examples here. And the second one in particular was much farther reaching. There's so many more points I wanted to go over, but it was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. This is weird, and this is going to be a much more common thing going forward. We need to be able to defend against these things. We need to be able to point these out to others. We need to point these out to people outside the church. They're going to get just legitimately scammed by this stuff. If you want to do something good with the money that you have, don't buy a JPEG off the internet. Invest in good missions, or just go to equippingthepersecuted.org. Go there. You want to help, the kingdom of God around the world? You want to help the church in need? Go to equippingthepersecuted.org. Do it right now. Go. Give the money that you would have given to Kingdom Warriors, that you would have given to Form 12 and their cryptocurrency summit and all these apps and all this stuff. Go give it to Equipping the Persecuted, and they will go take care of persecuted Christians in Nigeria and do legitimate heavy lifting with very little money. They stretch dollars to the nth degree. That's a good, worthwhile cause. Give to your church. Invest in a good, solid, biblical church. Give your money to it. If you really want to, go to enemieswithinthechurch.com. Help support Enemies Within the Church. Help support Wikipedia. And if you haven't, go to our YouTube channel, Wikipedia, and subscribe. But give to something that's actually proving that it's doing what it says. Give to something that's proving that it's actually fighting for Christianity. Don't invest in these scams, in these things that are manipulating your emotions, these things that are trying to replace the church with a digital god, trying to have the church ascend. I don't know what else to say. But, I hope someone more articulate starts calling this out. But until then, I hope this was at least helpful. God bless y'all.